live from Soho, New York City. Happy Thanksgiving. It's Wearable Electronics with Becky Stern.
Hi, everybody. It's, what is it, November 26th, and we're live the day before Thanksgiving.
Turkey Eve.
For a beautiful holiday extravaganza show. With me is Phil, Mr. Ladiata himself.
Hello.
Phil, what is on today's holiday extravaganza Thanksgiving show?
I'm bringing in the holiday cheer. On today's show, we're going to have Wearable Wednesday.
Some cool cosplay stuff from the forums.
A bunch of things that light up and say the date.
That would be our holiday extravaganza.
That too.
Wah, with jazz hands.
Yeah. Never have so many numbers been celebrated so much. Questions and answers. If you have questions, Becky has answers.
If you have a wearable electronics question, you can ask it in the comments now. You can ask it in the comments later. You can ask it in the comments on the blog, on the Google+, on the Twitter, or wherever, and I will gather them up and I will answer them on next week's show. And that will make you eligible to win a giveaway, which today is a Flora. So if you asked questions last week, stay tuned to the end of the show to see if you won and to get the answer to your question.
All that and more on Wearable Electronics with Becky Stern.
That's my name, don't wear it out.
Okay.
I mean, feel free to wear it out.
Yeah, pixels don't fade. It would be cool if there's a file format that we all agreed on that over time the graphic file gets worse.
Well, if you just recompress a JPEG over and over, it gets worse and worse.
I want an automatic though.
We can write a script for that.
Yeah, we could do that. All of the images start.
Do you know about steganography?
Yeah.
And like hiding information inside images?
Yeah, can you do that? Can you do the magic eye thing?
I did. Well, there's that, which is not steganography. That's something else.
Yeah, you can put music inside of JPEGs.
But you can put music inside of JPEGs. I actually, in college, I did an art project that was a Where's Waldo poster, and I photoshopped Waldo out, and then I took a photo of Waldo, and I steganographically encoded it into the image. So if you had the password, you could find Waldo.
That's cool.
Meta. This is in Corey Archangel's class.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, what is it? Corey Archangel's in his project? This semester's project is Nintendo Clouds. 101. Okay. All right. So by the way, the code is thanks.
Thanks, guys. Hey, thank you. Thanks. We are giving thanks tomorrow, and I'm giving you some thanks today.
Yeah.
You can use it to get 10% off everything in the Flora and Wearables category.
Yeah, I'll give you a heads up. It's everything in the other categories too, except for gift certificates and.
It lets us say the word Flora and Wearables over and over again, though.
But today,
actually everything but gift certificates. Yeah, right. Today only.
Gift certificates and Eagle Cat software not discountable.
Right, but everything else, physical goods, all physical goods.
So that's the code. It's thanks. I'm going to be doing some thanking during the show, but I want to special thanks to Noah and Pedro and Sally and Leslie and Phil and Lon and all the folks in the chat. Those are all like some of my favorite people in the world.
I know, mine too.
So
hey guys,
that's working out. All right. We'll start the show, Wearable Wednesday.
Okay, every week on the blog we post the coolest stuff. And Leslie, who is in the chat, she posts the coolest stuff too. And she posted this really neat video about this glove that has all kinds of music controlling things in it. It has
that's cool.
It has like contact sensors for tapping out beats. It has like flex sensors for adjusting pitch and stuff, and lots of other cool features. And the video is really fun and musical. So check that out on the blog.
Next up.
These are from the forums. The forum user made these, what are those called? The NeoPixel Gem? No, Jewel? Jewel.
Yeah,
the NeoPixel Jewel earrings. So kind of like our NeoPixel ring earrings, but the Jewel wasn't out yet. Perfect use of the NeoPixel Jewel and Gemma and a tiny live poly battery. Beautiful, sparkly, random blinking earrings. They make an excellent gift.
Next up.
They look great. Then also from the forums is this really rad LED cosplay on the left. And so it's hard to see maybe, but there's some LEDs on the hand there and some LEDs on the shoulder. I'm told there are like 100 LEDs on this costume based on reading the forum post. Yeah. There's another photo. And I couldn't tell you who this character is. Is this like an Assassin's Creed thing? No. I wouldn't. Venturing to guess just puts me further into a box.
Master NeoPixel. He rips out your spine and shows it to you, then it starts glowing.
Cool, I want to be that. I want to be that for Halloween. Anyway, this costume is really rad. You can read more about it in the forums and on the Adafruit blog.
Okay, next up.
Every week, Wearable Wednesday, we also debut a project. This week's project is making an inductive charging base out of a book. Yeah. And I believe we have a video.
We do.
Today's a quick project that lets you charge your phone with a book. We'll hide an inductive charger inside the cover for a convenient desktop or bedside inductive charging stand. You'll need a Qi charging transmitter, receiver module that matches the orientation of your phone's charging port, a case, and an old hardcover book that you don't care about reading anymore. The phone side is super easy. Just plug in your Qi charging receiver coil before putting your phone in its case. I like the look of the bare coil, so I peeled off the sticker. To house the transmitter inside this book isn't too hard either, just a little more labor intensive. Trace around the circuit and use your favorite ruler and blade to cut out a hole for the circuit and coil. The coil should be as close to the cover as possible, but you might want to make the spot for the circuit a bit deeper so the USB connector is completely submerged in pages. You can get fancy by cutting only a small hole for the USB cable. Line up the phone's coil with the transmitter coil so the phone is charging. Then trace around the phone so you'll know where to put it on the book. No more fumbling around on the floor for your charging cable before bed. Just set it down on your new charging book. You can put this charger in a bunch of different objects. How would you make it your own? Let us know in the comments and subscribe for more project videos from Adafruit.
All right.
Cool.
Okay, I really like this project. Good work.
Thank you. It was really easy. Like, seriously, guys, if you don't have a Qi charger in like everything in your house now, I don't know why you don't, because it's so easy. Yeah, you want to go to the overhead maybe?
Yeah, let's do this.
So my phone actually, the Nexus 4 has inductive charging built into it already. I cheated a little and showed you how to make a phone case so that you could, so you could use it with any phone, and like your iPhone particularly. Yeah. Inside is the charger, and I did this fancy thing where I like picked up a couple pages and then sliced for the USB cable, like accommodating for the depth of the different things. But it was really easy, really just a ruler and an X-Acto knife, and then when I put my phone on it, it starts charging. And you can trace a little thing if you want, or you could get creative with some Mod Podge and make like a colorful thing. The thing is, the coil in I made the tracing for the phone case. Anyway, here's the phone case with our receiver module taped into it. The USB cable just plugs in to the bottom. I have to have a fat sticker in my phone case apparently, or I can't. Because I was really sad. My other phone case is pink and has the fat sticker on it, and so I was like, well, my phone just lost all of its personality. So yeah, you can just plug it in. So this would work on your, you have an iPhone, you have an iPhone 5? No, you have an iPhone 6, but if you had an iPhone 5, you could get our iPhone 5 charging sleeve instead of this receiver module, and then it would work with and then if you already have wireless charging built into your phone, then the Qi charging standard, where am I gonna go now?
Oh, live demo.
Oh, I know, live demo problems. Ooh, I mean, I used it like last night.
There you go.
I know. I don't know what's up with
that.
Maybe this cable is this little bulgy. This isn't usually the cable I use, so it's a little bulgy, but
it's our Ask an Engineer.
It's our Ask an Engineer demo one, but whatever. It's charging. There's my picture of Olive. Okay. It's really easy. I'm gonna put one of these in anything. You can those cork trivets from IKEA are cool. You could do that.
Yeah.
You can make an acrylic case. You could really do all kinds of cool stuff with the Qi charging module and then the receivers. I mean, you can make your Arduino project rechargeable wirelessly too, or you can make it so that it's only powered by the Qi charger and is lights up when you put it on the transmitter. Yeah. Didn't Tyler do a project with the inductive? A little inductive charging lamp. Anyway, these things are super cool. They're pretty inexpensive and really easy to use. So
yeah, I like these chargers because you can encase an electronics project completely in glass or something, and then it would only light up when it goes on the charger.
Right. Or you can, or you could have it encased in something that's hard to open, or hide your battery deep inside, and then charge it without having to take the battery out.
Okay.
Or plug it in, so it could be waterproof, which is neat.
All right. Well. Let's take a holiday journey.
Okay, we're going to go there. Let's go there.
These are all the things that people can make and build and buy and share and create using a lot of the stuff in the Adafruit store in the wearables category.
This is like an extended Adafruit wearables gift guide, basically.
So what's this?
This is just the opener, but whatever. That's an EL wire stocking I made last year for Lemoore.
Okay.
She insisted I put a Star of David on it because it was still a bit too Christmassy. I don't blame her. Everything for me is I don't have any excuse for things to be too Christmassy.
Yeah.
A lot of people think I'm Jewish and I'm not, and I wish that I could be like, I'm a humbug, get off my lawn, but I can't. Because I've celebrated Christmas all the time.
You have all the ornaments and everything.
All of the trappings. I have I do. Can't get around it.
All right.
Anyway, but I do love giving and receiving gifts. So I mean, like commercialism is not that rad, but but gifts.
It's the spirit. It's
The spirit is nice, right? So what I did is I prepared for you some things that you can get as kits, and then things you can make with those kits. If you don't want to give the kit, you can make something and give. So like this LED sewing kit is a great beginner project if you're getting started. You could learn e-textiles and then make two. The kit has enough parts for 2 LED candle flicker hair bows.
Get one and give one.
Yeah, or you could like give it to your kid or your niece or nephew or whoever, and then make the project together.
Okay.
It's really fun. This is the Flora GPS starter pack. It's a really good deal on all of the parts that are included, including the Flora GPS module. So you can use it to make a wayfinding jacket, or here is the Flora Neo Geo watch.
Okay.
Tyler and I have been updating the code for that project in final preparations for the Flora book, which I'm told went to production.
I've heard that.
Anyway, look for that new code soon. This is the Flora budget pack. It has just a couple pixels and a Flora and a pretty beefy battery pack, though, so it's perfect for developing some pair of Firewalker sneakers. I made a pair of these for my sister last year for Christmas.
Oh, that's very nice.
This is the Flora sensor pack. It has one of all of the I2C sensors that we offer for Flora that easily daisy chain together, including the color sensor, which you can use to make this color-changing chameleon scarf. It's also on the Flora umbrella, so anytime you want an LED project to change color to match your outfit, which is perfect for wearables, you can use the color sensor. And you can get it in the Flora sensor pack, which makes a great gift.
Okay, a lot of people are probably saying, I'm going to go start loading up my shopping cart. Well, don't forget to put the code thanks in there, because you'll get 10% off.
Thank you. No, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Ooh, thank you. All right.
Okay, moving along, I'm just going through all of the packs, basically.
Yeah, do it.
And all the Flora packs, as you'll remember last year, we made them all $5 cheaper because Flora came down in price.
Yes.
These are the Gemma packs. So this is the Gemma, this is just the Gemma starter pack is what this one's called. And it has 4 NeoPixels and a CR2032 battery holder, USB cable, needle and thread. Really great for a very basic NeoPixel Gemma project. And you could use it as a starter for your very own digital princess tiara.
Okay. Next up.
This is the Gemma Sequins pack. So if you're not quite ready for the digital color changing LEDs and you just want something that just lights up or fades on and off, the Gemma Sequin pack is for you. It comes with 5 LED sequins, that same CR2032 battery holder with the on-off switch, some thread, and some needles. You can see here T is wearing the hat that I made for her with
What's a nice hat?
green and white, Rude Mechanical Orchestra color.
Yeah, she's in
sequins?
a
Radical marching band?
In a radical marching band, and I think the color's green, right?
Green and white and black, yes. This is the Gemma sensor pack. So it has, the Flora sensor pack has the very sophisticated I2C sensors. The Gemma sensor pack has more basic fundamental sensors like a photoresistor, a vibration switch, a piezo buzzer that can either be used for sound or as a knock sensor, some conductive thread, and a tactile switch you can use for like changing modes and stuff.
Yeah.
And you could use it to make these cyberpunk spikes. You need some NeoPixel strip also extra, but it comes with a nice beefy 500 milliamp hour battery that is great for the cyberpunk spikes. That's the one we use.
I like this pack.
Yeah, and I like that.
Here's an owl pack if you want an owl.
Yeah, if you want to make a chirping plush owl, maybe LEDs aren't your style. We have
maybe an owl is more your style.
Hey, toys are great. Like this is a beginner sewing kit that we also sell separately in the Adafruit shop, and we made a Gemma sensor pack to go with it. It's got a tilt ball switch and a transistor and a little speaker, so that when you move the owl, it chirps.
Okay.
Chirp.
Next up.
And then if you just aren't sure what to get your giftee who might be interested in wearables, Kate Hartman's book is a great introduction to all kinds of wearable electronics.
Okay.
If programming is totally not your style, or you're just looking for something fun to do with your family over the holidays, EL wire is a really fun way to get festive. You can, as you saw earlier, you can dress up your Christmas stocking. That's really fun because then not only does it have the name on it, but the name is lit up. So instead of having separate Christmas lights on your mantle, you can have the. Or you can make something as simple as this Tron hoodie. Okay. And we have lots of starter packs in all of those different colors. So you could always could print out the PDF of the learning system tutorial. Like we have a button for downloading the PDF. It makes it really nice. Print it out in color and give it with an EL Wire starter pack, and like that's a great gift.
Yeah. After you're done fixing your parents' computer, when you visit, you can set up all the printer drivers so it starts working again. Curtis, thanks. 10% off in the Adafruit store.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. I remember the very first time I opened the computer at my parents' house and
like,
how upset they got.
Why do you have so many toolbars?
No, like opened the tower. I needed to install, for my birthday, they got me a FireWire card because I was getting into video stuff.
And you're like, I gotta crack this open and install it.
I have to put the FireWire card inside, and my dad came home from work. He's a newspaper editor, so he got home at like 10 o'clock at night or whatever, and I had on the dining room floor, like had the computer open and was just putting it, and he's like,
no,
that better work when you put it back together. I'm not gonna, you're paying for that if it doesn't. And I'm like, Dad, don't worry about it. And then I did it, and I put it back together, and ever since then he's asked me for computer help.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at computers, but he trusts me now with the computers. I did have to renew the DHCP lease. Was the only thing I had to do once I put it back together.
Oh, when you put it back together. Okay.
Recently, this is probably 20 years ago now, 15 years ago. Okay, we didn't even talk about the eye necklace. You just clicked past it. I know from my story.
I was just imagining you like putting this PCI card and like messing with like IRQs or something.
So you're the scuzzy. The eye cufflinks are a great gift for your father or some man who wears a dressy shirt, and then the eye necklace is also great for everyone.
Yep.
So it lights up, glows like the power button. Very high quality, nice, milled out of aluminum. The shapes were designed by Mike Dole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel like, and they pulsate like a apple.
Yeah, like a sleeping. This glitch scarf is really cool. These are made with like glitch images that are, you take like an image file and you like edit it in a hex editor and then you open it again in Photoshop and it looks like this. And designed by Jeff Donaldson, and he got these scarves made at this really nice knitting mill in Germany. So these double-sided glitch scarves it's a really subtle way to add some like technology style to your outfit without like wearing glowing things, which I know some of you are not so into. It's subtle, and the textile pattern is gorgeous, and the scarf is also very high quality, very comfortable, soft, warm wool. So that's a really excellent gift.
Okay.
As is this necklace I designed. Let me just toot my own horn just a little bit. Back in stock in the Adafruit store.
Yeah, I saw your Instagram. You had a bunch of them. You're like, it's necklace season.
It's necklace season.
Yeah.
So every holiday season, Adafruit orders some necklaces from me, and people order necklaces from me on my site. And I like stock up for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And so you can get one of these ASCII heart necklaces in the store. I designed this while I was in grad school in a jewelry making class, and people wanted it. And I love mine. And the things, they dangle separately.
Yeah,
and
nice. That's a good idea.
A lot of people ask me what less than 3 is, and I tell them, haven't you ever texted anyone a heart before?
Yeah.
Okay, also in the jewelry department are these transistor earrings. I believe one is an NPN and one is a PNP.
Yeah, I think so.
Because the arrow is pointing. Yeah. I have a pair of these. They're really cute. They're small, little silver stamped disc earrings, so they're also an extra subtle way to add your love of technology. Maybe if you're going to like an event where there's going to be lots of different types of technology people, and you want to identify yourself subtly as a hardware person, you wear these earrings. They're also just pretty.
All right, and sure.
Here's Becky of the past from the future.
Yeah.
And
this is the Transistor Man graphic from
Horowitz and Hill.
Horowitz and Hill. Horowitz scanned this in and gave it to us, and we're the only place that you can get a Transistor Man Art of Electronics shirt.
Yeah, and this is it's a cotton poly blend T-shirt. We have it in lots of sizes, including a special. We like the same size print on all of the like small, medium, large, and then we also have. Is it a 3XL?
Yeah,
we have a big size with a bigger Transistor Man. So if you ever want to be able to explain to someone how a transistor works using the graphic on your shirt and a whimsical little double-faced man, this shirt is for you.
Mixed up.
Or your giftee. These are from Cyber Optics, right? The Cyber Optics tie? Yeah,
so Bethany.
Bethany Schorb. Bethany,
one of my favorite living artists.
She's great. So Bethany takes, she lives in Detroit, and she takes like reclaimed silk screens that she gets from old factories. They were from, so like electronics, solder paste and image masks and stuff are silk screened onto electronics. She would find these old silk screens, and she would, instead of putting solder paste or circuit printing ink on it, she would use fabric ink and print these electronics patterns onto textiles like ties and shirts and stuff. And they're very nice, high quality ties made in the USA.
Yeah, super gothy.
Yeah, really gothy. She has a lot of cool styles also, but we have a couple, maybe just this one? Maybe we have a couple available in the store.
Yeah.
We used to have more than one.
Yeah, we had a few colors. And then...
So that's our 2014 Wearables gift guide for you guys. I hope that inspired your selections this year. Maybe gave you some cool project ideas for things you want to make for people you know or make for yourself.
Yeah, adafruit.com/gift guide gets you to all the posts.
Yep. And that link is in the description of the video right now.
Yeah, this is from
This is from New Year's. I cropped out the Happy New Year at the bottom.
This is from Phil's guide that he just did.
NeoPixels.
Guide.
Yeah, this is the NeoPixel Painter.
Okay. All right. Well,
graphic.
if you want to get any of that stuff, use the code THANKS, 10% off in the Adafruit store, all the way up till 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight.
So that was just like 15 components of the week or something.
It's question and answer time. We're giving away a Flora.
Yes, to the people whose names are in this hat.
All right. Let's start it off. These are questions from people in the world.
Okay.
First up, hi Becky, well, I love the sparkle skirt. It's not really my style. However, I found a sparkle shirt that I'd be more comfortable wearing, so I've ordered the parts, the Gemma sequence kit, more sequins, and some RGB NeoPixels. So questions. Are the sequin NeoPixels likely to shine through a t-shirt? If not, what type of fabric should I be looking for? I was planning on 2 strings of sequins and a string of NeoPixels. How many of each can I expect to power off a Gemma and 2 2032 batteries?
The CR2032 battery holder, the one that comes in the Gemma sequin pack and the Gemma starter pack with the 4 NeoPixels, does not power a lot. So I did use that battery holder for this Tiara, which has 7 or 9 pixels, but they're usually not on all at the same time. For that pack, I've used it to power 6 pixels, and it lasts a long time, like 4 or 6 hours. 4 NeoPixels, and that holder is what we used on the Space Face makeup project, or it's 5 NeoPixels in that battery holder, and that only lasts like 2 hours. So I wouldn't advise you to put both a chain of NeoPixels and a chain of sequins, because that sounds like more than 4 of each. But I think if you did like 5 sequins and 1 NeoPixel, you'd probably be able to get like a reasonable 3-hour battery life out of it, but I wouldn't push it past that. Honestly, why don't you just upgrade your battery pack, and then it's not an issue. You can just power as many of everything that you want.
Okay.
Oh, the question about the fabric. You know by now that I hate the idea of t-shirts and wearable electronics, just because the knit fabric is like not good for beginners because the thread's not stretchy and the shirt is stretchy. So I strongly recommend you go for a woven fabric. Woven just means that it's not stretchy, it's like this instead of like squiggles. And although I do think that NeoPixels and our sequins would shine through a white t-shirt just fine, I want to just reiterate, I do not condone t-shirt projects.
Man.
Just bring them with you. Make a little circuit and bring it with you and put it behind the fabric and see if it diffuses the way you want. Like, I know you look like a weirdo at the store, but whatever.
Next up, this is from Forrest. Becky Stern, I'm a drag queen. I love the idea of using LEDs for a costume. If I bought the materials and shipped the outfit to you, would you design something for it? Love you to death. Yay!
Thank you.
So this is cool because this is actually something that we would like to be able to do.
Yeah, I would love, and when I was in school and stuff, I did all kinds of costume design and I like for stage productions. And if I weren't, making tutorials and videos at Adafruit, I think that's probably what I would be doing, would be private costume design. But I wouldn't then have the time to be able to document and share those projects. It would just be about making each project. Yeah. And so it's kind of like an either or thing. I either share everything that I make or I don't. Yeah. And it's hard to play back and forth because your mind just goes into documentation mode.
We get so many requests from everybody.
Yeah.
You name the industry, you name the person, there's a request that says, I just want to buy all this stuff, can you make a costume for this? Can you make a costume for that? Can you do that? So what we actually did was we came up with Adafruit Jobs Board. So adafruit.com/jobs. And you can put this up. You can say, I want this type of costume. I'll buy all the stuff. Would you be willing to make it?
Or even soliciting for a designer. If you don't know what the design that you want is, you can sort of like give a rough idea or pictures and post up about it. And then we would then feature it on the blog.
Yeah, we feature the jobs, I think, usually every Thursday, and I also feature it in Ask an Engineer.
Right, so we would help promote your listing and try to hook you up with somebody who would be able to do that for you. I would want to, certainly, and I'm sorry that I can't. But wait, go back.
Go back. Okay.
So this screenshot,
but wait, there's more.
This screenshot is of me having, well, it says 99, but then I published today's 100 tutorials.
Congratulations.
Today's tutorial is the 100th guide by me in the Adafruit learning system.
And there's 650 in there, so you're like a sixth of the learning system.
Hey, I do what I do.
Yeah, that's nice.
Anyway, thank you for writing in, and I selected your question so that you could maybe get some free supplies for your outfit.
Okay, next up. The stainless steel wire will be contacted to the body directly. Is there any damage or impact that we can feel with electricity when we wear the suit? Or do you have any solution to prevent that electricity go to our body? Thanks.
This question is about the Cortana costume with the animating NeoPixels. So we sewed the circuit onto like underwear, like a set of Spanx. And if you notice in the video and in the tutorial too, it shows you how to just barely tack that thread to the outside of the undergarment so that it isn't piercing all the way through the fabric and touching skin, and then it's just kind of on the outer surface of that knit. But that said, if you're sweaty, it's going to be a problem. So I recommend wearing another, and if you're wearing a skin tight bodysuit like this, who doesn't want 2 sets of control garments? I would feel much more comfortable with two layers of control.
I'm wearing 2 right now.
2 layers of
case.
Just for rumply, whatever. And so I would wear another layer of fabric underneath it, and I would not wear it to a place where you're going to get very sweaty. Dems to breaks, buddy. Sorry, but yeah, you can use wire instead, silicone coated wire.
Next up, do you have any tips for attaching 3D printed enclosures to fabric for holding a flora or other components? Sort of best practices, or a thing you try to aim for when working with enclosures that'll be included?
We usually try to do wearable enclosures in a flexible filament so that they don't stab you or poke you on the body. I don't enclose flora. It's not fragile. So unless you're going for waterproofness or something, you don't need to enclose flora in a 3D printed enclosure. However, we do cases for, the top picture there is from our Boombox Beach Bag project where the speakers are in this enclosure, and the amplifier is drawing quite a bit of power. So it's in there, and it's to prevent sand from getting in there if you bring it to the beach. So that's also printed in NinjaFlex, and then you can see here these NeoPixel diffusers are printed in NinjaFlex too. And both of these things have tabs on them, sewing tabs. And if you look at the Cyberpunk Spikes enclosure too, the Cyberpunk Spikes have magnets inside the NeoPixel strip. If you can put magnets on the inside of your garment and hold it on that way. And then that NeoPixel strip is glued to the NinjaFlex. But these have sew tabs so that they can be sewn. And the bandolier, the thing that's behind your head, I don't think they can see it. The bandolier for my Halloween costume that's made in NinjaFlex too has holes like this too. Noah and Pedro do the little sewing. We collaborate. Hey guys, can you put sewing holes on it? Is it a tab or is it a hole? I don't know, something like this. And we draw sketches back and forth. But yeah, I would say use flexible filament, make tabs for sewing or safety pinning. You can safety pin on stuff like that. And don't 3D print what you don't have to.
Okay. All right. Now, before we do the giveaway, how do people ask you questions?
You can ask me the comments right now or later or on any video, really. When I'm going for to prepare the show, I go through all of the things. I go through the last week of YouTube comments. So whenever anybody comments on any video and it's a wearable question, I grab it. I go through the whole week of my Twitter replies. I don't go through the whole week of the Adafruit Twitter replies, but I try. Yeah. And then I gather up all the questions and I go in on the Google Plus event. Last week's Google Plus event, this week's Google Plus. I look everywhere.
Okay.
And I gather your questions. The YouTube comments is the easiest way to get it, but I do look other places.
Okay.
And
the giveaway this week is Flora.
Is a Flora.
And let's get the magic hat.
Should turn the magic hat on.
Here we go.
If I don't turn it on, then it's bad luck or something, right?
I don't know about how luck.
Boo, 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 boo,
there it goes.
boo,
Okay,
boo,
now
boo,
good luck.
Yeah. One of you 4. This is the most exciting part of my day. Timothy Reese, you win.
Hooray. He
asked about 3D printing.
Okay.
You win a Flora. Please don't put it in a 3D printed enclosure.
Why not?
You could. You don't need to.
You can. It could look cool.
It could look cool.
It could look cool.
Yeah. You could put some NeoPixels in it or something.
Yeah. All right.
You win.
Excellent.
Please email support@adafruit.com to claim your prize, and we'll mail it right out to you. And happy Thanksgiving.
Okay, so
For the rest of you, if you did not win, you can either ask another question, and you will be, do that again later, or you can use the code.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
If you have a project you want to share, you can do so tonight on the show and tell at 7:30 Eastern Time. All you have to do is leave a comment on the Google Plus post asking if you want to be a part of the show and tell, and you'll be added to the circle, and you'll be invited every week to show your project.
It's been a little crazy. Every week, the room fills up, so you got to hang out in advance. And if it's full, don't send us mean emails. We can't do anything about it.
Yeah, Hangouts has a hard limit at 10.
Yeah, and just keep trying. We do it every week.
Yeah, every week, and it's great. So show off your project. We love to see your projects there. I watch, and I love to see your wearables projects. They're so much fun.
And then
after that, stick around for Ask an Engineer at 8.
Yeah. A little programming note, there is no 3D printing show tomorrow.
Right.
They are all printing with their tofu printers and making a tofurkey thing.
Why does it have to be tofu?
Well, I guess because a meat printer sounds a little weird.
And is it because tofu starts out as like a homogeneous, a mixture?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just wondering
I
if
just
it's
thought of it
yeah.
just a second
I know.
ago.
I know. I'm delving into your subconscious
because
here.
I was in a split millisecond. I thought about that pink paste that you see that nuggets are made out of, or maybe they're not made of. There's a controversy about that.
And you didn't want to
I'm
go there.
I don't even want to mention on the air.
But
I
you
don't want
did
to say a
anyway.
meat pink paste printer.
Meat printer.
But now I've kind of committed to this, and now you know what that thought was in that millisecond. And so I said, tofu printer.
Tofu printer. I thought it was because obviously tofu is a homogeneous substance before it is formed into it. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Whereas meat is grown and tofu is formed.
I got news for you. Meat can be paste. It can be liquid.
I know, but
every form of meat is possible now.
Yeah.
We're in a new meat.
Happy
frontier.
Thanksgiving, everybody.
like gravy is like liquid meat. Liquid meat.
Liquid smoke.
All right. So anyways, the code's thanks. Don't forget, 10% off.
Thank you guys for watching our show, and thank you for supporting our wearable electronics projects and building your own wearable electronics, and I really appreciate it.
Yes, and I'm very thankful that we get to have wearable electronics out there for so many people, and I'm thankful I get to work with Becky here and do this show. And so thank you, everyone.
Aw, gee, you're not so bad either.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is fun.
It's fun. All right, so we'll see everyone later tonight, maybe, and we'll definitely see you next week.
Next week. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a safe and delicious one.
I'm going to get my meat printer warmed up. Thank you.